Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So you are back today for my stash down statistics for October. Now, hashtag stash down 2024 is an amazing brainchild of my beautiful Queen's Crafts by Bridget. If you are not familiar with Bridget, why not? Go and check her out. I will leave her channel link down in my description box. Bridget is so sweet, so lovely. She has the biggest heart. She is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous person. She does a multitude of crafts over on her channel. She knits, she crochets, she has done a lot. She dyes yarn, she spins yarn, she makes bags. So sewing is in there as well, guys. Honestly, there is a little bit for something, no, a little bit for everyone over there, and just a little bit of everything, to be honest. Sometimes she makes models with her soon to be hubby. Sometimes there is a bit of wire wrapping. Sometimes there's just, honestly, guys, I can't even pluck from my brain how much she does because it just baffles me how much she gets done. But Stash Down 2024, I believe, is the second or third year that Bridget has done this little concept. This is where she is encouraging us all to get our stash down. Now, for things to count for hashtag stash down 2024, you need to have made things from your craft supplies that you obtained before 2024, whether you bought it, whether you were gifted it, whatever the reason. If you had it in your possession before 2024 and you finish it up and you put it into a project, you can count it towards this year's stash down targets. Okay, now, Bridget is not saying that you are on a yarn diet or a craft supply diet. She would never ever do that to any of us. All she is doing is getting us to tally up just how much stash we are using for the year of 2024 to make us accountable, but also to surprise ourselves in how much we can actually bash from our stash. Now, obviously, this is the 10th month of the year, so this is the 10th stash down video that I have done. I have continued to buy things throughout the year, but if I make things from the new stuff, I do not include it in my stash down. Now, this is not a competition. There are no prizes. This is just something for us to kind of keep a tally on, and like I said, to keep us accountable. And it's fun to hear how much people are using in their stash. Some people are tallying it by like ball bands. If they've completed a skein of yarn, they are tallying up how many yarn bands they have. Some people are calculating how much meterage or yardage they have used. That's just a little too much maths for Manfa. I didn't want to do that. And also, I make a lot of small makes throughout the year, and I didn't want to mess around with the little bits of this and the little bits of that. So the way that I have done it is, as soon as a project is completely finished, I am weighing it on my scales and I am tallying this through weight. So I do go by grams here in the UK, but I always convert it to ounces at the end for you guys that use ounces. Um, if I started something in January and I've only just finished it now, it would include, or it would be included in this month's tally because it is still a project made from stash yarn. It just doesn't automatically get started and finished in the same month. And if you're like me and got a million and one whips on the go, you are going to get crossovers. But as soon as that project is done, it gets weighed and it gets included in my tally. And I hope that makes sense to you. I have been really pleased with my totals so far this year. I have had some months where there's not been as much as others, but it all counts, guys. It really, really does. Now, I don't show you these projects on these videos. I literally just give you a rundown of my statistics, but everything that I talk about will have appeared on the channel somewhere. So, shall we get into it, guys? I don't know if it's going to be a particularly long video today, and for that, I apologise. But like I said, as soon as you've listened to my stash down statistics, head on over to Bridget, go and give her some yarny love, go and check out all of the awesome things that she's got going on over there, because it isn't just stash down that she's doing. But she does have a stash down playlist where she is putting everyone's stash down videos in that playlist. So if you want to find some other people to watch and find out what they have managed to use up in their stash, then feel free to go over and check that playlist of Bridget's out. It would be awesome. Like I said, no prizes, no nothing like that. But I have really enjoyed doing this because not only am I using up yarns that have been in my stash for quite a while, it is really making me think when I plan to start a project if there is a suitable yarn that I can use that is older than 2024, so that I can get my statistics up. I am naturally competitive, so I always try to see if there is stashed down suitable yarn for me to make a project with first. Sometimes that's not possible, but that's okay. It is really giving me motivation, guys, to really look at what I have and to get some of these pretties used up in a way that is fun, and it means that they're not just sitting there gathering dust for years and years. They are getting used, and they are getting the chance to grow up and be turned into beautiful, beautiful things. So to start off with, this month I completed my 6th Boggy Creek blanket. All of my blankets have been sent to Nancy. And the 6th Boggy Creek blanket, I managed to use 735 grams of yarn. It was just a little bit of a free flow design of mine where I incorporated traditional granny square with solid granny square, and I incorporated a creamy colour yarn with pink and purple speckles in it, with some purple yarn and some pink yarn as solids throughout as well. It was super pretty. I really enjoyed it, and it was really great to get quite a bit of that yarn out of my stash. So yes, the 6th Boggy Creek blanket gave me 735 grams. Now I am just going to flick back into my planner here, because I do note it all down in my planner, just so that I know if you are aware of some of the things in here. Okay, yes. So on Monday, on my magazine makes video, you will have seen that I did actually finish the blue filet crochet wrap that I was making as a gift. That one gave me 742 grams. So that was another big project, another big total. I do have scraps left over from that one, but that's okay. They will get used up. And that is another reason why I weigh my projects, guys, because I don't always use a full skein, and I just incorporate the yarn that was definitely used. Now, the next thing on my list you haven't yet seen. You will be seeing them tomorrow in tomorrow's video. But it is my 5th Impkin twins. I have got them completed. They are ready for your viewing pleasure tomorrow. But they gave me 180 grams, which compared to some of the other Impkins, that's quite hefty. The others have been kind of under 100 grams or just on 100, so they are hefty twins this time, giving me 180 grams. So please do come back tomorrow to see them as well. And then finally, you will know that every month I am trying to get some charity hearts crocheted up and sent off to a charity here in the UK called Hearts Healing Hearts. I am trying to use up scraps and odds and ends of yarn that I don't really have a plan for, because the big project that they were initially planned for has finished. These are the lovely leftovers of lots of these projects. And in fact, some of the purple scraps, in fact, all I think now of the purple scraps from the Boggy Creek blanket has been turned into these charity hearts. Now, the charity likes you to crochet pairs of hearts, and you tie them together with a little bit of scrap yarn. And these are to give out to families who have loved ones in hospital, loved ones in hospice. They also give them out in funeral homes as well. And it means that when the family cannot be with the loved one, they can have one of the hearts and the family member has the matching heart. So they are forever connected by these two matching crochet hearts. They like you to use lighter, brighter colours. They don't want dark colours. They encourage you to use whatever fibres you've got, although I would recommend that you don't use animal fibres, just, for allergy reasons. Um, and they need to be between 1 and 4 inches in size. Now, this month I actually managed to get 44 pairs done. So that isn't as good as last month, but last month I did the hearts as part of a 24-hour challenge. I didn't have enough time to do that again this month, so I was just making pairs in between my other bigger projects. But 44 pairs is still really, really good. That's 88 individual hearts. And altogether, they weighed 219 grams, which is fabulous. And it means a lot of my scraps are getting used up and given to a very worthwhile cause, and lots of families are getting some comfort from them in really, really hard and heartbreaking times. So it is just a win-win for me. And actually, a couple of you lovelies who watch me, you have also sent me hearts to donate on your behalf as well. It is just amazing what we are trying to do. And actually, Hearts Healing Hearts have said that they cannot keep up with demand. So there is never any restriction on how many pairs you can do. They are always going to want you to make as many as humanly possible. Now, to make it fun on their Facebook page, they do sometimes put out challenges, whether it be a number target that they want to hit, or whether it's a different design that they want to trial out and have a different variation in the types of hearts going to these families. And this month, they actually are running low on certain colours. So they put out a plea for red, white, blue, and like a lavendery or lilac-y colour. I tried to make, in fact, I did make all of my hearts in those 4 colours that were most needed this month. And they want to get to 30,000 pairs by the end of the year. They are so, so close to hitting that target. They are already at over 27,000 pairs in 1 year. But if they could smash that 30,000 target, that would be awesome. So I have given them another 44 pairs to try and help reach that target. And I will obviously keep you updated on that as time goes on. But yes, so Boggy Creek blanket, 735 grams. Magazine Make wrap, 742 grams. The 5th Impkin twins, 180 grams. And my 44 pairs of hearts at 219 grams. That gives me a grand total for October of 1,876 grams. And that converts to 66.17 ounces for the month of October. Now, this year is really, really racing by, and we are getting ever closer to the end of the year, and I am super excited to get those final totals. I am still going to do my very best for November and December to get my totals up even higher, but for 1 month, 1,876 grams or 66.17 ounces. I am more than happy with that. It's more than last month. Yeah, I'm super, super pleased. just this month alone, 1,876 grams. That would be 18, just over 18 100 grams gains, I think, if I'm doing my maths right. Um, yeah, so that's a lot of balls of yarn to get out of my stash in 1 month. Now, to be fair, a lot of it was cakes. Um, but there were a few skeins in there, and even those tiny little amounts of scraps in the hearts, they do all add up, guys. So I really do encourage you to not only pull full cakes and skeins out of your stash, but to also look in your scrap bins, your scrap bags, your scrap boxes, wherever you keep your scraps, and try and get those used up as well, because they're just as valuable. They really, really are. So there you go. You know my totals for October. If you are joining in, let me know down in the comments how well you did this month. Do not forget to go and check out my gorgeous, gorgeous Yarny sis, Bridget. I would really, really appreciate it. Bridget, if you are watching this, I still absolutely love this brainchild of yours. I really do hope that you carry it on into 2025, because I have bought some lovely yarn this year that I am holding off using just in case you're going to do it again, and it can include in next year's stash down. And also, if you are watching, Bridget, I love you, I miss you, and I'm sorry that our contact has been a little haywire and a little patchy. Um, you know what's going on in the background, and I'm sorry that real life has gotten in the way. Also, my lives have been so sketchy and patchy as well. That's had a big impact. But I love you loads, and I just want you to know that I do love you and I do miss you. And yeah, I just had to say that. And for the rest of you watching, thank you for spending your time with me today. I really do appreciate it. Go and give Bridget some love. Let me know in the comments if you are participating and how much you managed to get used. And maybe for a bit of fun, there's no prize, but for a bit of fun, why don't you predict how much I'm going to get for next month and see if I can get anywhere near your guesses? But yeah, for today, I'm going to leave it there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, come back tomorrow for the reveal of those Impkins that I've briefly touched on today. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Love you loads.